Flourish, he's swift to get the first entry. And for Espada, they just need to keep aggressive with these missiles. They need to try and find some form of damage onto HellRaisers, maybe get an AK and look to save it. But for now, the only opportunity they'll have is against James on towards ramp, and this guy, he's really just not been taking damage. He's just been clicking on heads like it's nothing for the majority of this game. Now, no more utility goes out towards short from HellRaisers. Their pieces go on out as they start pushing themselves up towards B. Again, two players on the defense, Patty and Dexter. We'll see what they can get done with it, as Problem will be the one to accelerate forward. Dexter ready for the first and finds the first. Lovely first kill. Looks for a second. Second he fights. Drops down. JR swift to trade. Goes to a 3v2. A doable round by no stretch of the imagination for Espada. But they need this flank to work out. There's a bit of a delay on the plant as well, meaning that for now, Problem is he aggressive. He'll spot Finnegan. He's got Halley to contest with now. He's going to take a bit of damage. JR's there to finish the job. And just like that, HellRaisers, they lead 7-0 for this opening game of Mirage. Again, this is Espada's map pick. This is Espada's home territory. It's definitely not the way they want this series to start. However, for now, we'll take a look to see just what HR have in response to Espada. And for the time being, it will be Espada with a couple of AWPs here and there, a few M4s. Nothing too extreme. As Pat's going to start aggressing, JR so swift to catch him out there. As once again, HellRaisers have this man advantage. Grenade from Dima, it does damage, but feels like these are just silver linings at this point. Dexter ready for the aggression out mid, and unfortunately as he misses, that does mean HellRaisers is going to press the attack on A. James again just walks out, killing people as Finnegan loses his head. Once again, utility deployed towards this site. Flourish will make his way up from connector, shutting down Halley. As Dexter shuts down JR. Dexter goes on a bit of a spree there, fighting too, but Problem swift to trade, leaving Dima alone with an AWP in a 1 versus 3. Take down the first as Kalinka falls. That'll give him the confidence to push forward. We'll have to see how he fares, though. Dima making his way forward. He's got Flourish to worry about and Flourish to fear. As HellRaisers, they lead 8-0. And for Espada, they go down to yet another poor buy. Feels like this is the norm at the moment. As we see pistols come out yet again. Now, utility goes out towards mid. JR, the man to push on forward. Once again, HellRaisers, they spread out around the map. They take their time, they don't push anywhere just yet. Flashes go out towards short. It is going to be a slow and methodical push up towards B from HellRaisers. They push on forward. Dexter and Patsy, the same setup that worked for them before. This time that they have Dima to support from window and support. Dima does. Fires the first Dexter to trade, but Kalinka swift to bring 2 more kills into his favor. Patsy now going to try and hold this bomb. It has been dropped, and for HellRaisers, this is definitely a tough scenario. Kalinka, he'll make his way round to the side of this site. Patsy, first player to fall, he follows up, but Halley swift to trade. Halley with a 2k. The coach of Espada comes through. Problem last man to watch out for. Halley continues to do damage, and Halley with his first 3 kills of the game, all of which onto these aggressive players, and all of which commit to give Espada their first round. 8-1 the scoreline, and for Espada, whether or not it's a glimmer of hope or just a death rattle, we'll have to see. But now Espada, again, going to try and fight for mid. It's going to be Dexter to find JR early on. And now Dexter looks like he's starting to warm to his steam. Like that, he'll find Kalinka. HellRaisers now with 2 men down. Certainly have to worry as Espada. Looks like they've been revitalized as a new spirit of fire enters them as they look to make their way forward. Potentially shut down these members. Takes a swift to find problem. Flourish to trade, but a 2 versus 5, that is a tough scenario by no stretch of the imagination. Flash goes out towards A as, well, James will take a bit of early damage. Finnegan finds him. It's all on Flourish now. 1 versus 4. He'll be on for the ace if he wants to win this round. Flash goes out towards mid. Halley the man to aggress. How does Flourish fare? Not very well. Finnegan finishes the job. And Espada, they make it their second. For now, 8-2 the scoreline. Espada, how do they fare? Again, he's still being deployed out towards mid. And it looks like HellRaisers wants to up the antic here. It's a fast push out towards under window by Kalinka. He's ready to go up and aggress onto Dima. For now, though, HellRaisers, they are lined up, they are locked and loaded, and they're prepared for this push towards A. Once again, everyone at the ready as utility ready to be deployed. This push goes down. Let's see how Espada hold. Finnegan having to hold. Again, they're ready for the first kill onto Kalinka. James there to trade, but Halley already in a really close position actually, but it won't matter. Flourish shuts him down. Dexter, he'll take additional damage from that molly. Goes 4 versus 3. Espada ready on the retake. Have to commit to it. Mollies go down. Nades go out. That clears the site. But to what avail? Patsy slowly shifting forward. He's got JR to worry about. JR misses the shot though. This bomb continues ticking. There is only a single kit on Dima. It's tapped once. James gonna be killed as suddenly this round is looking easier and easier for Espada. Now though, problem, he'll come out of Palace, finding the first Flourish there to trade. Dexter, unfortunately, too far away. Bomb will go off. Both players get away. And just like that, HellRaisers make it their 9th. For now, though, Espada, they've got to hold as Kalinka. He'll make his way up through mid. Patsy, he'll be shut down. As HellRaisers make their way towards B. Flourish, he'll be the man to shut down Dima. Instantly modded out. Such a great read from James. He's able to completely open up this B site for now. Again, HellRaisers with yet another bomb plant, meaning that any economic woes they would have to worry about going forward it's actually nullified and neutered. Espada look to cling to these saved guns, take him into the next round. Finnegan, he'll be ready to find Kalinka. And unfortunately, that is going to alert his position to the remaining members of HellRaisers, who are going to have no trouble in trying to hunt him down. Now that bomb will go off. HellRaisers, they make it 10, and for Espada, they do save these rifles, but at what point can you no longer accept silver linings as a result of a round? For now, they are 8 rounds down, and frankly, if you want any even hope going forward, you need about 4 rounds on the CT side of Mirage. For HellRaisers, they are doing a really, really admirable job at making sure that doesn't happen. For now, Halley, he'll look to aggress on ramp, slowly shifting forward. Can he find JR? No, he can't, but neither can JR onto him. For now, TSC goes out towards B. Lots of Molotovs land, and there's definitely a bit of a fireball there, but it won't matter. Problem, he'll just sprint through it all. Batsy falls. Problem makes it 2, and unfortunately for Espada, that will cement a loss on the B site as they back away yet again. It looks like Espada realised that rather than risk a retake now, they'll save these AWPs, and they'll use them in future rounds. For the time being, though, they're back on our way. But now, time up for HellRaisers. Sorry, they make their way out towards mid yet again. This time, though, there are AWPs to try and respond. But to what avail? As Flarich, he'll be making his way up towards Connector to try and shut down any encroaching members. As for Dima, that flash should trigger some mid control again. 4 players ready for the sole commitment. Dima, he'll lose his head early onto Flarich, and that should worry HellRaisers for now, as they don't really have a prong in their attack. Now Finnegan, no look to hold. He'll do a bit of damage to Kalinka. He'll actually be able to kill him, bring it down to a 4v4. But HellRaisers, they lay their sights hungrily onto this B site, ready to just shift on out and to click on some heads. Halley, the man to try and defend, he's got the support of Patsy, and this could be a very well-timed molly as the Easel goes down, but Jamie will just go straight through it. Onto that made Patsy, he'll fall down very low. Halley's there to support, he'll find the first, he'll look for the second, but JR is swift to respond. Plant goes through. Finnegan and Dexter, last 2 members. 2v3 coming out from Kitchen, as they'll be able to shut down JR early on. Goes to a 2v2. HellRaisers doubled up in apps. What good will it fare? We'll have to see. Flarich crouching in the corner. He'll be found by Finnegan. The big problem alone in this scenario. Molly lands at their feet. That forces them away. And for Problem, he still has an AWP or a nade at the ready for whoever decides to tap this defuse. Nade not quite finishing Finnegan. Tap comes through. There's plenty of time for the defuse, and just like that, Espada are able to find the penultimate round of the first half as they make it their third. So what's it avail? We'll have to see. HellRaisers, they go down to another bye without any problem whatsoever. Espada, they are still scraping the bottom of the barrel, but it looks like they might just tick on through. Now, push goes out towards top middle again. HellRaisers catch out, however, wherever possible. Finnegan going to be mollied out of position as James opened up on this position, and that's a lovely spam with that smoke there. He's forced away. Dexter bringing out shots through the smoke, looking to find a member. He's unable to do so as Ali does the same. It's stickle damage either side, though, both surviving. For now, Kalinkia up from mid. He'll make it a very swift 2 kills in his favour. Again, goes down to just 3 members left. 3 versus 2, Patsy and Dexter on the defence, but Patsy is going on a bit of a rampage. Probably going to trade onto the first. Dexter now alone. 1 versus 1 with Kalinkia. Time is ticking. He's got to try and get this bomb, but Kalinkia won't give him the privilege. Goes to a HellRaisers right now are stomping Espada, for lack of a better word. For now, pistol round comes underway, and for Espada, if they want any hope whatsoever, they desperately need this pistol round. As for HellRaisers, they go for a B stack just as Espada looks to commit to it. Only a smoke and flash to assist them. As HellRaisers find themselves in a really comfortable position. That nade's going to do a substantial amount of damage to those trying to run out. Problem, he finds the first. Smokes land around him, but it won't matter. Alec is able to trade onto the first. Kalinka, he'll continue fighting, though, with the support of JR. It's kills either way. Problem, he'll get the next say in the matter, as his teammate falls. Finnegan there to shut down JR in a 1v2. He doesn't have the bomb. He doesn't have armor. And he definitely doesn't have momentum. Dare I say he doesn't have hope, but we'll have to see for now as he backs away from Apps. He'll sit in Apps right now, looking to catch out these initial members. For now, Finnegan spotted a few shots ring out either way. Again, that clock is ticking on down. Finnegan, he needs to be very careful. I'm a cruel mistress that waits for no one. Dink down, but just like that, it's going to be problem that falls. Flowerish going to take a substantial amount of damage. Finnegan with only 8 HP left, no matter what, we'll still find that kill as Espada, they make it 4 off the back of true heroics from Finnegan, winning the 1 versus 2. So what avail? May be able to succeed, we'll have to see. For now, Utility goes out towards top mid. JR, he's going to hear this aggression and encroach towards these players in window and connector. Kalinka ready on shot. He knows he's going to have some contact soon. And Dima, he'll lose his head. The nade is going to do a bit of damage to Dexter as well as Finnegan tries to hold. Shots ring out on either way, but both players will survive. Batsy will start shifting forward up from Apps. Looking to catch out an initial player on this site. We'll have to see if he's able to do so. As Espada slowly starts shifting into both window and short. For now, contact made towards B. Smokes go out either way. Dexter, he'll shut down JR early on. Well, the push goes through. Kalinka, he'll be able to find Finnegan and bring it back to a 4v3. As just like that, Kalinka, he'll continue aggressing. Hallie, he'll take damage. He'll survive, but it doesn't matter. There's going to be scouts and eagles waiting for him. This damage will stack on up. Dexter, he'll aggress out a window. He'll shut down James. Turn back around, but Problem and Flourish, they're both there to trade. AK in hand now as it falls onto Patsy. He needs another 1v2, and with only 10 seconds left, I fear he might have a very, very tough road ahead. But it won't matter. Problem kills him regardless. HellRaisers, they make it a 13-4 lead. He's quick to trade onto Kalinka. Espada with a man advantage. Let's see what they can get done with it, though. Once again, Espada, they make their way out towards the mid. They slowly shift towards connector. JR, able to spot the initial player, tapping down and killing Dima. That's Patsy. He tries to tease the push in towards window. He'll take a substantial amount of damage. He'll drop that smoke. He's able to trade onto James, though. He gets, I think, arguably a bit too cocky. Now, Espada, they start pushing towards the speed site. Spotted and killed by Problem, who's going to look to shut down these members one at a time. As JR, he cuts off the man holding them for the rotation. Ali, the last man left standing, only 8 HP left. I think it's safe to say he's in a tough scenario, but it's a lovely shot to Problem early on. For now, JR needs to watch out. JR, he's killed by Hallie, the coach of Espada. Needs to do a substantial amount of damage here. As there's only 10 seconds left, Hallie, he'll be more than happy to get onto this A site. Plant comes through. A coach is able to get it this far. Can he carry it over the line? For now, he'll shift his way into ramp. He'll wait to see how Flourish approaches this retake. Flourish will be a matter of shifting forward. That bomb is sticking there. It's not much time at all. For now, Flourish, he's got to try and tap this one. He's got to try and stick it, but Hallie may have won it off the merits of just existing. Flourish, he's able to kill Hallie, but so what avail? The coach, on the back of an eco, is able to win the round for Espada. They make it 5. And for HellRaisers, that is a harrowing prospect. As for now, they do lead. They do still lead considerably, but they were ecoed by a coach, and they are going to have to live with that. Now, push goes out towards top mid. Kalinka, he'll look to aggress. It's now HellRaisers' turn to use the Eagles. And, well, if Eco works for everyone else, why does it work for them? Instead, Plant goes down for Espada. They're already a man down. Let's see how they fare. Swing wide, he'll catch out the initial player. AK continues to ring on out. Finnegan and Kalinka both have a little exchange. JR in ticket, spotted by Patsy. Patsy with only 1 HP continues to do damage. That's JR swift to kill him. 1 versus 1 now with Dexter, and why not? I think he might just look to just defuse her. What's out that bomb once? He'll stick it. Just like that, he'll win the round. Dexter, he tries to play for info, he tries to play for the bait. Unfortunately, it just does not work. HellRaisers, they lead 14-5 now as Espada, they go down to again, a fairly bad bye. Problem. Boosted up. I'll shut down Dima early on. So once again, the push comes through. Dexter shifting forward with Hallie. He finds one JR, ready for the flank onto Finnegan. Patsy and Dexter, the last men left standing. I think it's safe to assume that they're going to be a rock in a very hard place. All for Dexter now. AK and armor in hand, but still a rough scenario. They land right on his feet. They're able to shoot down Dexter as well, so things look a bit better for him. As he backs away, Problem can come up on the flank. And just like that, he'll finish the job. 50-5 the scoreliner for Espada. They hit a very, very rough buy now. They have to find something that'll work for them. They're going to be in a world of pain. But outpush comes out towards it's going to be the flare action Problem. They're so swift to shut it down. Dima, the last man left standing, and well, just like that, HellRaisers, they take the game 16-5. We're going to go to a quick little break, ladies and gentlemen, before we bring you map 2 of Dust 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back momentarily.
Smile, now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe.
lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let them keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Of things we know. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow, mysterious. That's the part you always also misery, it's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy when we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain.
Back as we're rejoined as HellRaisers take on Espada. We have seen some very, very close, well, very one-sided match of Mirage. Let's see if Dust 2 will be the same, or if we're going to see something a bit more, well, hopefully evenly matched. For now, Patsy, you'll kick things off by finding Jay. Or Jayum. Guys, you guys know how to pronounce that name. Please let me know. I've been struggling with it all series. But for now, it is going to be a fairly early push from, well, HellRaisers towards top mid spot. And I think instead they maintain short control with JR. They leave long to the mercy of Espada. For now, Espada, they start shifting their way forward into B tunnels. No real defense from HR either, so they are a serious risk of being timed right now. And that they are. Espada able to get onto the site before she... I think we can't really find any damage whatsoever, neither can Problem. Kalinka eventually will find Patsy. Kalinka makes it too, he suddenly wakes up. Finnegan falls as well as Kalinka goes on a rampage. What an ace from Kalinka there! Just from the depths of nothing, he wakes up, pushes forward, and deletes everyone. What a round by him there, and what a way to start the game if you are HellRaisers. That is a serious kick to the teeth for Espada as they try to figure out what to do next. Well, how do you respond to that if you're Espada? Well, looks like they're attempting to do so with Deagles and with the odd bit of armor as they make their way forward up from short. They do have Giles to worry about, and he does, well, he's fully equipped for the hold. For now, push comes forward. JR looking to catch out the initial player. Can he do so? Actually, he's having some really big issues. This team is just going to cover the distance. Going to be caught out early on from long. No more shots ring on out as Flairish continues to harass these members, but he doesn't actually kill any of them. For now, JM. He'll make his way up from that to catch out these players. Will continue this push. HellRaisers, both their players so painfully low on HP. Patsy jumping up, he'll spot the first. Can he get the second as Flairish? He'll tap that bomb again, he'll look to stick it. Patsy, he'll finish the job. He'll win the 1v1, and that'll bring it to a tie-up. Once again, Espada with the best buy they can, start making their way towards B. They've got Kalinka to worry about in lower tunnels. Flame. Okay, thank you very, very much, Ipsen. As Kalinka, he'll be able to shut down Hallie early on. Now the push comes through. Don't be able to be falling to Dima. Just a 4v4, and the HellRaisers, they really don't have the utility to treat this like a retake. They've got no flashes. They're going to have to rely solely on aim duels, and look at their rotation. They're going to have to pray they can catch out some of these players in lower tunnels, otherwise they're going to be in a world of hurt. That bomb will go off Espada. They don't leave the site either. They're worried about handing these rifles to HellRaisers, and rightfully so, as they take the lead 2-1. Let's see how HellRaisers respond on what should be their eco, but luckily saving 4 guns means they get another crack at what would be a, well, force buy. Once again, a push comes through towards A. That was originally towards the bottom, unfortunately, which doesn't quite work out, and they are forced back. Now Kalinka will find Dima as the trade comes through. And this is a massive flag from Kalinka, almost instantaneously as well. Question is, will it matter, as it looks like Lame, he's got to try and hold, and, well, just like that, he's instantly shut down. Ali now will stop it. He'll be able to trade onto Flarich, but the AK of Kalinka will have another say in the matter, as Ali falls. That's 2 rifles to save, well, now 1 rifle to save on the side of HellRaisers, as Kalinka, he'll notice that he's being hunted. I'll have to see to what avail. As for now, he'll make his way in towards long. He's got Dexter to worry about. As Espada, they start closing in on him from all sides. So again, this time Dexter he'll finish the job and make sure that Kalinka can't save. As of right now, look at the scoreboard. Kalinka is single-handedly the man to watch out for on HellRaisers. 10-2. The only other kills in the game. On his side, there's only 2 other kills that aren't his. So Kalinka, he has really opened up this game with true style. But we'll have to see if it's enough. For now, Util again expended on either side. As Espada, they start with fairly early control towards tunnels. Now Espada, they make their way out towards B, and once again, HellRaisers, this retake style on B does not work very well for them. Kalinka, he is only on a glass cannon right now, so he's forced away. Problem will find Hallie through the smoke. It does feel like a silver lining. Smokes and nade stacks go on out for now. Will be perhaps spotted out by Flarich, and that could maybe tease a bit of a push now. As for now, Kalinka spammed through by Dima. A great read as he is legged on down, but both teams, they pull on away. For Espada, it's going to be a matter of trying to hold on to these guns. Dima, he'll find the first. Problem will make sure that it's an expensive round, to say the least. As problem falls, Flarich trades onto Dexter, and Finnegan, he'll survive, but only just. for the initial contact on mid. He doesn't quite catch anyone out, but there's definitely hungry too. Now in tunnels, it's going to be problems to line up. 3 kills for both. Switching to the USB, almost able to finish it, but Hallie hits a lovely 2K spray down. Is Lame. He'll get the next say in the matter. Dexter, the last and only player left alive for Espada. In a 1 versus 2. HellRaisers, they're split up. It's a winnable round to say the least. But to what extent? Well, obviously not much if one is Lame. He's instantly there to trade and there to bring HellRaisers their second round. Bear in mind, HellRaisers, they're already a map up, having taken Mirage 16-5. See how Espada fare. For now, it's going to be an early push out towards the lower tunnels from HellRaisers. How do Espada fare? Yeah, shots ring out on either side. Flashes go down. Swift to strike. Shots go out either way. In mid, it's Kalinka to find yet one more. Hallie, the next one to watch out for as Dima opens up the B sights. Patsy, he'll be ready for the aggression of Kalinka, and just like that, it goes down to a 3v3. For now, Lame, he needs to do a really good job holding this site, or he's... Smoke, it actually misses, meaning Lame, he will have an angle of opportunity. Dima, he'll make sure it is a very wide one. Again, JR, he'll be watching the cross. It won't matter. Hallie's able to jump across. Plant will go down. And for Espada, they're really going to line themselves up for a 5th now. And more importantly as well, HellRaisers, they'll go back to save, but something to worry about is that, for the most part, HellRaisers, they have no economy whatsoever. Every gun they lose, they're going to feel very, very painfully next round. As for JR, he'll hold on to this AWP. He'll be able to save it, but only just. And he has to worry about the remaining 2 members. That bomb goes off, and let's see how Espada fare moving forward. Now Espada, they look to hold. And well, they tried to go for an early push on towards long. Doesn't quite work. Espada, they make their way up short. HellRaisers, the only AWP they have is at the ready. shot. Jai finds the first. He backs away. That flash should allow him to re-encroach towards this angle. Spotted the 3 members left, swing wide on the mid. This time, Hallie, he's swift to respond. He'll find the first. He'll start exploding towards this site. Shots ring out either way as he's spammed down from CT by the USP of Lame. He's now got the AK of Kalinka to support him as Kalinka finds one more. That's problem 1D's Patsy. That will bring HellRaisers their 3rd round. Once again, just an eco. Only a couple of pistols in hand. Espada then make their way up short. Can they explode out towards this A site? We'll have to see. JR will hear the players making their way forward. He finds the first Hallie, swift to trade. As JR makes it 2. Can he make it 3? Might not even have to with the assistance of Flarich, who will fall. Dexter, he'll start to regress. 3 versus 2. Push comes out. Flarich on ramp. This is the last bullet from Dexter, but it's enough. Kalinka, his own deagle will start ringing true, but Patsy's there to shut him down. Problem now. 1 versus 2, and Patsy with only a Glock should lose this, and that he does. But that round was way too close to necessary. Bear in mind that that was a full eco from Espada. They almost wiped HellRaisers. Early push out from long. It's Steamer to shut down Lame. Espada once again with a man advantage. For now, push comes through Dexter. He'll shut down problem. Steamer will make his way forward up from long, and he'll continue trading and shutting down these members. JR swift to trade onto Dexter. Goes 3v2. And Espada now, they're hunting down these guns. Patsy, swift and violent as he'll take the head clean off of Flarich. JR, the last man left standing. Spot out on first bird towards CT. Patsy's there to trade, and just like that, ends up being so for the scoreline. Let's see how it fares. Now Pulse comes out. For now, push goes out towards mid. If Espada will be an early push down as Finnegan, he'll take that initial point of damage. Pull-up push goes through as Kalinka. He'll hold firm in towards Star Tunnels. It's a lovely spam as he finds two members, switching to the AK, re-aggressing towards Upper. And just like that, HellRaisers go two players up. They definitely don't have the weaponry to fight further, but it's still a very, very good opening. Espada are going to be hard-pressed to try and even it out, especially with JR at the ready to shut down Patsy. It's 5v3, 5v2 now. Let's see how Espada respond. For now, Espada, two players left standing, and for the most part, looks like it might just be a save from them. Dexter, he'll still stagnate around T-Spawn. Finnegan, he'll hover around a ramp. And for the most part, looks like Espada may have lost this force spy.
Counter-terrorists win.
Once again, push comes through. And let's see how Espada responds to losing eco like that, because they've had to reinvest in their money. Well, frankly, there isn't any left. Now, it's an early bit of damage done towards mid, as we'll see. I believe that is going to be Hallie just barreling it down towards mid. Kalinka, he'll take so much damage early on. He'll drop a nade and he'll just back away. He's got no other choice. Only 7 HP remaining. Now push comes out towards mid. JR, he'll shut down Finnegan early on. Flash goes out. He'll line up the next two, next three. Switching to the AK. He's ready to turn around, but Kalinka will be there and at the ready. Just like that, he'll annihilate Beamer. Patsy, the last man left standing, and, well, problem. It's got a problem with that. HellRaisers, they tied up 6-6, and as this first half enters, it's a dying few breaths. Let's see who's able to find the remaining three. Let's see who can go out on top. Yeah, utility goes out towards the mid. Looking to hold as Beamer, he'll take the initial bit of damage. Push comes down, Kalinka trying to do damage early on. Kalinka, good find Demon, Dexter swift to trade as it goes 4v4. Raiders just like that. Marich, he'll fall as the push comes through. It looks like it might be an eco either way. Kalinka falling yet again, but Finnegan, he'll be able to kill Patsy before he falls. 2v2 now as Dexter, AK in hands, able to find JR, leaving Problem in a 1 versus 2. But just like that, he'll spray down the remaining 2 players. HellRaisers, they're going to make it 7. And with a 7-6 scoreline, they're going to be in an admirable position moving forward. Where Espada, they can buy this round, but for the penultimate round of the first half, if they lose, they're going to be on just pistols yet again for the final one. But now, Util goes out towards A. Zone control is established. A spree of flashes land, and that will establish early control, but from what? As Lame, he'll take a little peek before backing on away. Now JR, swift to take down Dexter. Espada and look to hold. They start making their way up long. They've got HellRaisers to watch out for. Dirty goes on out. JR ready to catch out these initial players. Smoke is going to find Dima. Espada things go from bad to worse for them. As JR, he'll hold for the push. He'll shut down Batsy, leaving just Tally and Finnegan. The lone 2 members left. Finnegan, he's got to try everything he can to try and make it even. But for the most part, they just hold towards CT. Problem and Lane, they both go through the smoke. Callie, he'll try to hold, but he won't even find one. HellRaisers, they take the round with everyone left standing, meaning Espada, their money enters a very dire drain going into the final round of the first half, giving HellRaisers a chance to push forward. For now, JR and Kalinka are the initial 2 members. Again, 2 players left standing for Espada. The initial one caught out by Flarich, and it leaves Finnegan painfully alone. As JR finishes the job, and just like that, HellRaisers, they take it 9-6. Now push comes out towards this B site from these members. Dima swift to shut down JR early on. Once again now, HellRaisers the man down. Have to try and respond. With Espada to watch out. Instead, HellRaisers, they're quiet with their long take. They start shifting forward, but the flash contact should make things a bit easier. Well, Finnegan, but it's Kalinka with a P250 to trade first. That's a lovely shot to Finnegan, actually, from Kalinka. He'll instantly turn to anti-flash, but there isn't one just yet. Dexter, he'll aggress, he'll try to do some damage, but it's only body shots onto Flarich. It's Espada, they look to aggress. Hallie, to be caught out and found as Kalinka, and the support of Lame. Going to bring it back down to a 4v2. Let's see how Dexter and Dima fare. Dexter swift to find the first. Becky on her way. He's got the support of Dima. As Lame falls as well, and things are really strong for Espada now, considering that bomber's in the middle of nowhere. Kalinka with only 6 HP as well. Only 30 seconds left. Dima, he'll be dinked down and found by Kalinka. 50 picked up, but Dexter's going to find problem. Kalinka now 6 HP remaining, and this could be a done round here. And just like that, Dexter will shut him down, and Espada, they make it their 7th after finding the pistol round, giving them a really good opportunity to pull themselves ahead now. For now, push goes out towards this early area for now. HellRaisers. How do they fare? Well, contact made towards the mid. As Finnegan and Halley, they line up the push. Larich. Swift to shut down Patsy. Smoke goes down Halley. He'll re-aggress, he'll look for Flarich. And that he does. It's all on JR, the last man left standing. I think it's safe to assume that Espada are going to get this round. JR swift to find the first. If you get a bomb plant, that really is all HellRaisers need at the moment. That's how he shuts him down. Espada, they'll make it their 8th. For now, we'll have to see how Espada fare again. Switching out these guns either way. As Dexter, open hand, he'll look to try and hold this along doors area. Now push comes out. HellRaisers, they stagnate a little bit towards short. So now the push comes out towards short. Let's see how HellRaisers respond. They're taking their time. They stagnate a bit towards middle again. Hovering around before making their way in towards mid. Dexter, first to find the initial player. Finnegan there to respond. For Espada now, this hold should be fairly easy as Dexter makes it 1 more. With Patsy finishing the job. That'll tie things up 9-9. So now, things all tied up. HellRaisers, they've only got Deagles in their hands. A handful of utility to support it. Dexter on mid. He'll be first to take out JR. He spotted the other player pushing on forward. Kalinka in the tunnel's going to damage up Dima as well, as nades go either way. Dexter swift to respond onto lame. Dima shut down Kalinka. Dima continuing to do a fair bit of damage. Problem, eventually he'll shut him down. He's also able to find Finnegan, and credit's due as he is putting a strain on Espada's economy, but as of right now, Espada, they've had a solid CT side, and for Problem, he's got a fair bit of work ahead of him. Problem, swift to shut down Halley. Only 10 seconds left, though, and he is going to have to commit to this bomb plant. I think he might just be able to get there in time, and that he does. He actually gets to a favourable position, so about to see he won't be able to cancel the plant instantly, but Dexter in midair, he'll finish the job regardless. Espada, they make it 10 as they take the lead 10-9. There's another scoreline. Espada, they've got their full buy with them. Utility round the board, armor to support it, and an AWP in the hands of Dexter with economy there and ready to reinvest. So for now, we'll have to see just how HellRaisers are able to fare. Okay, he'll make a bit of noise towards B. Just survive as long as possible as he'll drop some smokes early on. But for HellRaisers, they do stack up towards doors. Demon, he's spotted on the corner. Looks like Problem wants to try and aggress on him. Doesn't quite for now though, as they dodge the short utility. But that smoke will stagnate any push, and as the recommitment comes in, the re-challenge comes in from this AWP of Dexter. Espada, they are very heavily committed towards A. It's going to be a 5-man stack on this A site. For the most part, looks like this might even work out for them. Steamer, he's caught out early on by James. Now, Kalinka on long. It's Batsy to find the first trade, goes there. Halley tries to regress. JR's ready for him, though. Follow-up kill comes through as Dexter collaterals 2 remaining members, but it won't even matter. Flarrett, she'll finish the job on Prime, well, for HR, as they walk into a 5-man stack. They still come out on top. There's a seriously impressive conundrum for them. As again, goes 10-10. Now in long, Dexter shuts down Flarrett. Push comes back around. Span goes through towards long doors once again. HellRaisers, they go a man down. So they get reset here. We'll have to see as Espada. They are looking really, really strong. Hallie shifting forward on long. As aggression comes out, Hallie Swift to find problem and killing Kya. On short, it's Batsy Swift onto Jame. Onto Lame, my apologies. So leaves JR alone. Orb in hand. Hallie really starting to feel it now as he gets aggressive, doing so much damage to JR. Eventually JR falls, but the other player's pressing on him. Finnegan from behind will finish the job as he shuts down Patsy, and just like that, Espada now lead 11-10. Again, push comes out towards B from HellRaisers. They line themselves up there, they're ready for it. Once again, Dexter at the ready. So push comes out towards long. Hallie, he'll try to aggress, but this time Flarich is ready for him. Straight onto one hand, two in mid. That little re-aggression is absolutely wonderful. It takes the teeth out of the HellRaisers attack as well, as now they have no choice but to make their way forward on from long. Got a couple of M4s to contest with. They've got the flank of Dima to worry about as well. JR, he'll fall. He's got Flarich now to find as well. Flarich is good for one. Whips out the knife as Patsy sends him to a very early grave. And just like that, it goes 12-10. Out HellRaisers. Only a few pistols with them. There's a Galil on Flarich, but it looks like that might just be a silver lining. So now Finnegan, he'll be ready to aggress onto lower tunnels, shutting down Labe, leaving just 4 members left alive for HellRaisers, who just run out towards B right now, but Finnegan's at the ready. He makes it 2, he makes it 3. Can he make it 4? He won't even have to. He's got Hallie to support him. Dima re-aggresses. Just like that, Espada, they lead 13-10. But out, still expended towards A. Once again, Dexter Swift onto the first, killing. He'll trade instantaneously. Now, comes through Patsy. Swift to kill the killer Inkia. Giving Espada once again a man advantage, and once again there's a flank of Dima that HellRaisers have to worry about. Small makes land either way. JR He'll be able to take down Hallie, and now Dima, he reaggresses. He realizes he can't really fight from long twice in a row. So instead, he commits to short. Flashes go out, smokes follow. Patsy will make his way forward. As the nades land around them. Dima, he'll find Flarich. Finnegan on CT is going to take down JR, leaving just Problem once again. 1 versus 3, and Batsy will finish the job. Espada, they lead 14-10, so it looks like we may genuinely be going to map 3 fairly soon. Dexter, well, hold us. Be an early push from Lame. He's shut down. Once again, early push comes through. HellRaisers already a man down. How do they fare? How do they hold? Now C2C lands around these members. 30 seconds on the clock. HR, they have to push it. They have any utility to do so as well, so they're really going to be a rock in a hard place. Kalinka with the scouts going to try and open up the site, but he doesn't have the timing as the cross came through from Dima. Instead, Dima, he's swift to find the first. The flash of Finnegan there to support him. Kalinka, he's very nice to find the next 2 kills, but looks like that might just be a silver lining as Espada. They hit 15, and with a 15-10 scoreline, HellRaisers, they go down to this next door, what could potentially be final bye. Again, push comes out towards long. How do they fare? As for the most part, this full by of HellRaisers will slowly make their way out towards the mid. They've got Dima to worry about as Dima finds the first and the second once again. It's a swift shutdown as he'll hit the 3K, leaving Flarich very, very alone. He's swift to find Patsy and Hallie as Kalinka shuts down Dima. Suddenly it looks doable. Now, 45 seconds on the clock. Push ready to come forward. Espada, it's Dexter to shut down Flarich. Kalinka now. 1 versus 2. 20 HP. Caught off towards mid as he slowly shifts forward. Into the awaiting arms of Finnegan. Espada, they take map 2. And just like that, we'll be going to map 3 of Train. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back momentarily.
your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame.